On the Honkai Star Rail, it's been a while. Let's work on some of the Jarlo stuff.
It's still early. Where to now? Huh? That girl over there. Seems like she fits Serval's description. That must be Lynx. Let's hide here and observe for now.
Lynxie, I'm here! Let's go! I never knew how long it took to get from the administrative district to the snow plains. So much snow. Even in the northern mountains, it wasn't like this.
Third zone here. I'm here in Pennsylvania.
Well, the snow is supposed to get heavier later in the day. We need to find a good place to set up camp first. Right. The guide says we should find a flat, dry, sheltered location, facing the sun at high elevation. Oh, you remembered all that? I expected no less from you. But it's gonna be hard finding a place that fits those criteria. Well, we'll just keep moving and see. The place has to be convenient enough for us to observe the aurora, too. Thanks, Lynxie. I'll leave it to you, then. I'm gonna follow right behind you. Flat, dry, sheltered, facing the sun, high elevation. And we need to be able to observe the aurora. And this is going to be difficult. This slope has a good view. It'll be easy to watch the aurora. Nope. The wind blows strongly through here. And there are signs of direwolf activity. It'd be too dangerous to make camp. I see. Then let's keep moving. Enemy targets detected. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counter! Flat, dry, sheltered. Facing the sun, high elevation. This area is sheltered and facing the sun. Plus it's flat ground, but there are cliffs all around. We'll be in trouble if there's a landslide or a rockfall. Also, there isn't much of a view. Ah, I remember a good place that's not too far from here. Follow me. Huh? Okay.
a dead end. Linksy, are you sure this is the place?
Yep. This is the path to Candor Valley. There are low cliffs on both sides, but I cleared all the monsters here a while ago, so it should be safe and sound. Also, the mountain wind during this season usually comes from the north, which is another reason why we couldn't camp on that previous slope. These two hills can block the snowplain's gales for us.
I never even noticed. Huh. Camping is a complicated science.
Oh, not really. But the environment outside of Bellabog is very tough. If the weather here was as good as inside the city, well, then we could have camped anywhere.
That's true. I hope that becomes a reality one day. Only problem is, the view here isn't great. Are you...
Don't worry about that for now.
Sure, I can help out with the tent. I memorized that.
Okay, then I'll go set up the stove. Oh, if you have any questions, just ask. Huh? Ugh, darn. Doesn't seem like an easy fix. Alright. I'll ask Pela.
Weird. That's what the guide... Hey, Linksy! I did everything according to the guide, but the tent's still wobbly.
Main poles, check. Row poles, check. Ropes, check. Ah, it's the pegs! The pegs! I forgot to mention, thick.
Got it. It's definitely sturdier now.
It's your kind. I've got a question too. Can you take a look at this stove? Please?
Huh? Sure, let me take...
No. Serval told me this was a brand new stove. Did I bring the wrong stove? Does this mean we have to make a fire with Geomero? I specifically got this stove from Serval.
That's okay. These components are really common. Maybe we can find a spare one in the ruins around. You take it easy. I'll see if I can find one. Oh, and I'll keep an eye out for food, too.
Finding food is easy, but finding that component is gonna be hard.
We'll do our best. If we can't find one, we'll just do what your guide says and chop wood to make a fire.
Oh, actually, I have some spare chunks of Geomero.
There might be spare stove...
Oh, don't...
Of course I do. It's not like the stuff we need is gonna come...
in that case... did you...
I didn't find any components, but I got this. I don't know if we can still eat it.
It hasn't decayed. It's edible.
Really?
It's all thanks to the eternal for
700...
Huh? Ooh, what's in this tree trunk?
You found something?
There's food in here.
Really?
I'm gonna press there.
What exactly...
Oh, these are mimic snow slugs. They can change their appearance to match the external environment. They're really cute.
Yeah, but we should put them back.
No. These slugs taste really good once they've been roasted. They kind of taste like, snow mice?
That sounds even less appetizing. This crate looks promising. Maybe there's spare stove components inside.
Well, let's open it up then.
No, don't worry about it, Lynxie. Are these sausages?
Sure looks like it. And they were probably placed here not long ago. Could it be the Bellabog caveman's food?
Bellabog caveman?
Oh, I've only chanced upon it a few times myself. Whenever I try to dig, I feel like these sausages might constitute a great Bellabogian scientific discovery. Let's bring them back with us.
Hold on. There are some letters here. Sam something, Coast something. I can't read the rest, but it seems like a name. Guess it can't be the Bellabog caveman then. Do cavemen even know how to write? Don't worry, Lynxie. I'm sure you'll get concrete proof one day. Let's leave the sausages here. I think someone might be missing them if we take them.
There's something in the snow drift. I can do the digging. You don't need to.
Come on, camping is about teamwork. Let me have a try.
Okay.
I found some. Is this a radish?
Yep. That's a snow radish. They're really sweet and tasty. Actually, no. This is a hibernating snow radish rabbit.
Huh? This is a rabbit?
Yep. They look really similar to snow radishes. Their ears look like the leaves and their body looks like the radish bit. When they hibernate, they cover themselves with dirt, just like real radishes.
I see. In that case, please tell me we can put it back.
Yeah, it's better for the Snow Plains ecosystem. Well, I think we've searched through everything here. Let's head back, Pela.
Okay. I feel bad.
Oh, it's fine. We'll just light a fire with Pela.
What's up?
We don't really need that stove to cook.
I know, but since we're looking for food... is it some kind of animal? Lynxie, wait! That thing in the camp is a dangerous fragmentum creature.
I see it too, but it doesn't seem aggressive. It's all...
Don't be fooled by its appearance. About 20% of our Silvermane Guard fragmentum losses are a result of chasing this creature. We haven't figured out everything about it yet, but there's one thing we're sure of. They have the power to control people.
What? But this little buddy gave me something good last time, and it didn't hurt me.
That must be the first step in their mind control process. You were lucky. We should defeat it just to be safe. Fragmentum creatures are Bellabog's enemies. They shouldn't...
I didn't even get to take a photo of it last time. Now's a good chance. Can I at least take a picture, Pela? That's also my job as a...
I understand, but the sound of the shutter and the camera bulb might set it into a frenzy. It might be looking for an opportunity to attack.
Finally got a picture.
It disappeared. Did it run away?
Yeah, that's the nature of these little things. They disappear in a flash when they get scared. Well, that's my conclusion from my long-term observations. As for those lost guards, maybe they were chasing these little creatures and couldn't find their way back.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Sorry.
Just doing some
Maybe I was
character side
overreacting.
missions.
Oh,
And
don't be
paying
sorry.
admissions.
It pays to be careful. Anyway,
Unlock other
crisis
characters
resolved.
this way.
we can now... Our little buddy seems to have dropped something.
Huh? This? Awesome! Lynxie, look! It's a Geomarrow activation component! I never thought we'd find one here! What about you, Lynxie? Did you find anything good?
Nothing. Just some old stuff. It's great we finally found the component. Let's go fix the stove.
Huh? Lynxie, is something the matter?
Nope, it's all your imagination.
Oh, why don't you take a break? I'll have a look at this stove.
This is a weird quest. Okay, my favorite. You guys get much snow up there? We just had a big snowstorm in Pennsylvania. Oh, just say sleet, ice, a little bit of snow.
I understand.
Nice.
How done?
You guys probably get a lot of snow up there,
What is
don't you?
this magic?
I could no magic here. Just a trick or two I learned from Serval.
My sister.
Yep, that's her.
Nothing. Just, sometimes I'm a bit jealous of Serval, you know? She knows
Same.
Huh?
I'm serious. Outdoor explorer, mechanic, they're both experts in their field, right? I think you two are awesome. Anyway, it wouldn't be hard for you to get her to teach you something. You're her sister. She'd be happy to teach.
When you say that, never mind, it's getting late. Let's cook something.
Yay! That's my favorite part! Wait, no. My favorite part is watching the aurora.
Anyways, let's take a look at what every ingredient has its own effect. And combining them will create unexpected results. Ooh, what kind of effects are they gonna make? Let's just give it a try. Raw fish from 700 years ago and some cute mimic snow slug.
I don't think either is edible.
Oh, don't worry. We'll make them into a hot pot. Just add cream, biscuit crumbs, and the canned sardines I brought.
You're putting canned sardines into a hot pot? Please don't say that.
Oh, well then, this will be the main course for tonight. I'll show you what I can do as a chef.
Why don't I cook tonight? You can take a break.
No, come on, it's fine. Just leave it to me.
Yeah.
Ta-da! The super delicious Snow Plains combo stew is a...
It smells so good. I'm gonna dig in. I'm so full. Guess now we just wait for the light show.
The aurora should start soon. Before that, let's just chat. Pela, why did you suddenly want to come camping?
Huh?
Well, aren't you always saying how you just want to lie in bed when you get off work?
Sorry. I hope this trip didn't surprise you.
No, I mean, sure, I'm not the most sociable of people, but I love camping with a good friend. And I had a great time. It's been a lot of fun. Oh, you're always like this. Even on this camping trip, you keep trying to do things you really don't need to. Just leave it to me. Camping is about relaxing. No need to be so tense.
I know. It's just, I was really getting into the camping. I felt like I finally got around to doing the things I always wanted to.
So all those comics you drew for the Tales series didn't count?
I have to hide those from other people.
Oh, you care about other people's opinions too much.
I suppose. I wish I could be more like you.
Oh, I'm not as cool as you think. I don't know how to handle my brother and sister. They keep treating me as a kid. Like, they're both really capable and awesome people. Which is why I feel really pressured when I'm with them. I'm already a grown-up. I have the capacity to do what I want to do. Why can't they just stop worrying and let me do what I want?
That's how families are.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk about this. I was getting carried away.
It's okay. It's not like I even know what she looked like. So, when's the Aurora due? Careful, Lynx! There are monsters coming! How did it get here?
Let's focus on the fight first.
Let's go.
Specimen sighted. To travel far away.
Guess she's a healer.
Enemy targets detected. Enemy data secure. Netmark activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Ready for another?
Rules are made to be broken. Let's make it quick. Let's go.
Commencing research. Specimen sighted. To travel far away.
Thanks for this enemy data secure. Netmark activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Rules are made to be broken.
These fragmenta monsters are coming out of thin air.
They were probably attracted by the stove. The Stellaron crisis is over.
We could have handled it. Wait, where did you come from all of a sudden?
Kayla?
This is the Trailblazer, the savior of Belobog.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, thanks for saving us. Not to mention Belobog. So, what's a big hero like you doing out here? I knew it. They're always like this. It's impossible to get some private time as their younger sister.
Yeah, hold on. Isn't that what I just said?
Alright. It's all because Serval and Japard are worrywarts. Besides, you did save us. Since you followed us all the way here, you probably know why we're out camping today. Let's stay and watch the aurora with us. It's about time for it to appear.
Hey, Lynxie! Look!
Come this way.
Wow!
This is the largest aurora since the Stellaron crisis passed. We're really lucky to see it.
Yeah. Really lucky. So awesome! I got to taste Lynxie's cooking and see the aurora. This Snow Plains adventure was the...
You look really happy.
Huh? I'm not that happy. What I mean is,
Yeah, go for it, Pela.
It was a great experience. Thanks to you, Lynxie. Not to mention you. Anyway, what now? Back home? Wanna go out for a midnight snack later?
Okay. Mess with my webcam a sec. Fix the brightness and shit.
What is this?
I found this on the ground before you fixed the stove. I guess that fragmentum creature dropped it. It might be best if you check it.
Penya Sergeyev, I see. Thank you, Lynxie. Let's meet up here later tonight. I better get going.
I should go talk to Japard and Serval at the workshop.
Between expeditions, it's always a challenge to make time with Lynx. But why doesn't she want to talk to us?
Calm down. We've got him to help us. Hey, we were just talking about you.
How was it? With Lynx? So, that stranger was Pela.
What can I say? Sounds like a Lynxie expedition, all right. No way! As long as Lynxie can protect herself, I'll be supportive in all her ventures.
Serval is right. This time, this was Lynx's own choice. We won't be upset with her. But exploring the snow plains is still quite...
All right, calm down. Thank you for being around for this. Japard was too anxious to sleep. As for how we'll communicate with Lynxie in the future, we'll have to have a good think about it. You really helped us a lot this time. Thank you so much.
Careful now. Don't get your clothes wet.
Past the reception hall, you'll find the General Hall, the museum's largest exhibition room. There are all sorts of exhibits on display. Paintings by famous art, and I really hope the museum can...
Ah, you're here too. She's in the storage room. Let's wait for her. I think she's looking over the contents of that floppy disk. Let's give her some time. I'm guessing you don't know about Pela's mother. Pena Sergeyevna was Belobog's greatest outdoor explorer. Passed away 16 years ago. Looks anyway. Pela was born. Yes, they say that despite her pregnancy, Madame Pena insisted on staying at the Snow Plains camp. She couldn't go to the front lines, but she was able to handle administrative duties. Then, finally, the day of Pela's birth arrived. Tragically, there were complications. Other serious incidents occurred that day. The exploration team ran into a blizzard and the camp lost contact with the outside world. The only good thing was that Pela was born healthy. The floppy disk, it was something Madame Pena left behind. Madame Pena asked a colleague to take her terminal and floppy disk back to Belobog. She said they contained a treasure for Pela. She said that once Pela was older, she'd be able to understand the contents. But that colleague was attacked by fragmentum creatures on his way back to the city. During the attack, he dropped the floppy disk in confusion, only managing to bring back the terminal. Apart from Madame Pena, nobody knew what the floppy disk contained. But they say she left Pela many letters. From the moment she knew she was pregnant to the day of Pela's birth. Never missing a day. I'm fine. There's somewhere I want to go. The workshop. I'll wait for you there.
You know what?
Serval. I'm back.
Lynx! What's with the red eyes? Did something happen?
Japard? Way to make it obvious. Welcome home, Lynxie. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Seems like a lot went down in the Snow Plains. Thanks again for your help. I think we need a little private time. See you soon.
I should give them some time together.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm playing a little Honkai. Trying to make some cash off of it. Doing some convenient side missions at the minute. Basically just trying to finish up this planet before I start a new. Go to the underworld.
Is that all?
The thief has stolen parts again? How am I going to track down this crook? Oh, it's you! There have been a few unusual thefts in the dwelling over the past few days. The vagrants say that the parts they worked so hard to obtain have completely vanished. They're worried that there's a thief in the dwelling. Despite our investigations, no one has been able to track down the thief. What's even stranger is that the thief appears to be only interested in stealing parts and doesn't care about. The vagrants had no choice but to ask Mr. Svarog to look into it, but he still hasn't found anything. I investigated the matter myself, but I came up empty-handed. Jeez, I'm baffled. What a strange thief. Are you also here to look into this case? Perhaps if we work together, we can uncover some clues that I missed. Oh, I heard the vagrants on patrol last night ran across the thief again, but I haven't had time to look into it. Should we go ask them? You sound so cool. Seeing you so fired up has me excited too. Sir, how are you? I heard you saw the thief who stole the parts last night. Can you tell us what happened?
Ah! Who's there? Oh, Clara, it's you. I thought it was... You scared the living daylights out of me. I did see the thief last night, but who is this person next to you?
This nickname is a bit embarrassing.
Detective? I see. You're here to help catch the thief, right? It's great that there are more people here to solve this case. Hold on. I'll explain what happened last night. Just let me gather my thoughts first. Okay. So, last night, I was on patrol when I bumped into the thief stealing the parts. Then I... Goodness! Okay, I'll explain slowly. I was cold and hungry while on patrol last night, so I decided to return to the dwelling and heat up some leftover canned food for a snack. But when I entered the tent, the thief's silhouette scurried across my vision. I couldn't see the thief's face because the tent was so dark, but I could tell he wasn't a nice guy. Because when he turned to flee, he swung a knife right across my face. In that moment, I really thought I was going to die. I could feel the blades chill on my cheeks and smell its rusty scent. The weapon that fella had was definitely a metal one. That's the only thing I'm certain of. Also, I saw the outline of him in the dark. The fella's head was absolutely square! Yes, you heard me! Square! Can you believe that? Someone with a square head? It was truly terrifying!
I'm also terrified, but I still have to jot down the important clues. Sir, please take a deep breath. So, the thief was armed with a metal weapon and had a, square head, correct?
Yes! That's correct!
I'm struggling to make sense of these clues. Do you have any thoughts? Oh, you figured it out.
Yes! I remember something! While the culprit...
This is a crucial clue. Let's go investigate the...
I think he ran that way. No one has touched the crime scene, so any traces he left behind should still be there. Please, catch the thief for us.
Take a look at the point in that direction. And look at these. How unusual. They don't appear to have been left by a human.
Your lamps ablaze. Lamp! Forward! Reach the end of the story in your own way.
The tracks stop here. I guess we'll have to look around. This is where the mechanical waste is disposed of, though. Oh, okay. I'll follow you. Let's split up. Wait, what's that noise? It's a tiny robot? Is it searching for something? But I don't remember Mr. Svarog issuing an order like this recently. It looks like it's carrying the vagrant's missing parts. And those tracks and metal scratches we noticed earlier. That would be quite strange. Yet, such a scenario can't be ruled out. This small robot doesn't appear to be a Belobog creation. It looks like it's been welded together from random scrap metal materials. Oh, it appears to have a small mechanical it's noticed us!
Human. Injured. No. Hurt. Please don't.
I don't understand what it's saying, but it doesn't appear to be trying to flee or attack us. It appears to be trying to say something. Human, please, don't hurt. Is it trying to say, please don't hurt me, humans?
Human parts, rivet, need, repair, need, town, parts, need, hurt, don't.
It appears to have a malfunction, but I think I can understand it. It seems that it needs these parts, and I've never seen a robot with this kind of malfunction before. What happened? Although this small, perhaps there's an issue with its language module. This little guy probably can't understand what we're saying either.
Run! Escape!
No, we can't let it escape. It still has the vagrant. What should we do? We gotta stop it. But please don't be too rough on it. I'll figure out a way to repair it later.
Hurt. Pain. No. Hurt. Don't. Pain. Suffer. Sorry. Parts. Sorry.
Your answers? Joining the battle.
Sands at the ready.
Sorry. Hurt. Suffer. Pain.
Why?
Sorry. Pain. Suffer. Sorry.
It seems to have stopped working. Yes, but why? I feel bad about this. I guess we should return this little fella and the parts. I think I can... I'll repair it. And if I can't, I'll ask Mr. Svarog for help. He always knows what to do.
Initiating assessment of the robot's condition. Please wait, Claire.
While Mr. Svarog is assessing this little fella, let's give it a quick checkup ourselves. This paint job and these custom parts, and the way the parts are attached, it's all quite strange. But one thing is for certain. This little fella is not under remote control. He's operating entirely of his own accord. Its design is, well, unique. I've never seen a robot with a design like this before. It really seems like something that was thrown together rather quickly. Its creator most likely didn't consider whether the system would function properly or not. Is it a failed? But if it's a pet, then why would it gather parts itself? I've heard that some vagrants in the dwelling keep the little robots they find as pets. Some vagrants also make modifications to their pets, which they call pet upgrades. Pets like that are pretty rare, but some of the folks who have them have formed a small community to share ideas. Some are interested in nurturing robots. Others force them into... If my memory serves me right, the parts this little fella stole were originally designed for that kind of pet. That's not... I guess most people only see robots as tools. I'll try not to hold it against you. I'm sorry. I just suddenly felt some strong emotions. Let's get back to work on repairing the small robot. This jack's placement is... odd. The chip is buried deep inside. if you don't look closely enough, you won't even find it.
Assessment of the robot's condition is complete. The shell damage is estimated to be 98 points. The assessment concludes that a total recovery is impossible. It is recommended that the robot's external shell be removed and replaced, while keeping the outer circuitry and related transmission devices.
You can always rely on Mr. Svarog to come up with a brilliant idea. So, I guess we'll have to go find a new robot shell to fix it, right? Please don't use violent methods to solve this issue. There are other options. There must be some robot shells lying around the machine graveyard. Everyone calls it a graveyard, but there are actually lots of useful parts. I'm gonna return the parts to the vagrants first. Then I'll check on the little fella. Can I trust you to find a shell in the machine graveyard, big brother? Please. Please don't say things like that. You'll upset me. Then, I'll entrust this task to you, big brother. Look for Toby at the front entrance.
Hey,
His
thanks,
appearance is
appreciate it.
crude, but he's the robot most familiar with the machine graveyard. Just follow Toby.
Hello, guests of Miss Clara. Please do as you wish. It's my honor to serve you. Miss Clara has assigned me the task of planning your sightseeing route in the machine graveyard. I will guide you down the path. Would you like to engage in super speed mode? If so, please confirm by spinning counterclockwise 10 times. Then clockwise by 270 degrees.
I'm asking questions. Answer me. Initiate cleanup.
Like fireflies, until everything burns to ashes!
Lance at the ready.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
What's up? What's up? Just playing some Honkai, trying to clear up some companion missions for Jarla before I start the next series after the series in place. Yeah, I got him before. I played on and off a little bit, but I got him, and then I got Firefly before, and this chick with the ice. I'm still trying to figure out what I need for my team leveling up. That's pretty good so far. I wasn't even using my main character until the boss fight. It's not bad for tanking preservation. Alright.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Okay, I'm fast forward. Firefly's definitely my favorite. I don't know if I
Lady fodder.
roll for her again and get the second tier, or who's that other chick? The fire goo.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
We have arrived at our first destination. This model is known as the Dire Wolf, and was scrapped after it sustained piercing damage during a battle with another robot pet, which caused the chainsaw's fuel tank to burst.
Robot pet battles sound a little frightening. The inside of the armor is a total mess due to being melted by the heat. Unfortunately, it appears to be useless.
We are on our way to the second destination. Please take a seat, buckle up, Caution! You have exceeded the speed limit. Please obey Bellabog traffic laws. On the road, safety is the top priority.
Will of preservation!
Let's test your knowledge. Fail. Get out.
Joining the battle. Executing attack.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
Like fireflies to a fight for myself. Until everything burns to ashes! Firefly, type 4, in position.
There's babies.
I shall set the sea ablaze!
Call that defense? Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next.
I'm on guard. Not a scratch.
Stand down and I'll spare you.
This is more than a battle.
Let's test your knowledge.
Lance at the ready.
Essayus Percipi. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
To the finish!
Fail. Get out.
Unworthy of my time.
Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next.
Initiate cleanup.
I'm on guard. Fracture! Lance ablaze. Flaming link. Forward! We need a strategy.
Might switch her out for... Broadcast for this fight.
I appreciate the help of the Astral Express.
Need I teach someone a lesson? Let's test your knowledge. Fail. Get out.
Sam in position. Executing attack.
Like Firefly, I will fight from the sun until everything burns to ashes! I shall set the heat ablaze! You'll pay for this. The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Do you have answers?
Firefly, type 4, in position to fight. Fight you!
I'm okay.
Call that defense? Think.
Defend the weak.
This battle is unavoidable. Evildoer. Recalibrating. This is more than battle.
Hippie. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
I shall set the heat ablaze!
0 points. Next. I'm asking the questions.
The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Fail. Get out.
Time to go on the offensive. Lance ablaze. Flaming link. Forward!
Let's test your knowledge.
Joining the battle. Prime deafening.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
Lance at the ready.
indestructible.
Kill breathing.
Do you have answers? Think!
Executing attack!
Like fire, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! Firefly.
Attack detected.
You'll pay for this. The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next. SAS per knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
There's always a weakness. Evildoer.
Fail. Get out. Fracture. 0 points. Next.
First-rate supplies.
For the theater of mediocre.
Lance ablaze. Flaming wings. Forward!
I'm asking the questions. Let's test your knowledge.
Sam in position. Executing attack.
Like firefly, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! This is more than a battle. I shall set the seas ablaze!
I'm on guard.
Just as my calculations predicted. Wealth shouldn't be a hindrance to the pursuit of truth.
We have arrived at our... This machine was scrapped because it accelerated erratically for 7.1 kilometers after it incorrectly interpreted a command, causing the engine to catch fire and the core module to melt down.
That is such an odd reason to be scrapped. However, the shell appears to be in good condition, so I'll bring it with me.
Your trip has concluded. Please keep an eye out for vehicles approaching from the back or sides, as well as enemies and automata. Your trip has concluded. I appreciate you putting your trust in Toby. A 5-star review for this trip has been automatically generated for you. You're welcome.
Clara, it's time for a break. You shouldn't repair machines when you have negative emotions. It's bad for your physical and mental health.
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. I'm fine. Oh, you're back already. How did it go? Did Toby help you find a shell? This shell... It doesn't appear to be the same design as this little fella's. But it shouldn't matter. The structures of these small robots are nearly identical. Thank you for bringing this to me. I finished extracting that chip from the small robot. Now, all that's left to do is move all this circuitry into the new shell. Although its appearance has changed a lot, I think we did a good job. But what I just did... Is it any different from those pet upgrades that the Vagrants perform?
Not compatible. Incompatible?
Huh? It's making a strange sound.
Incompatible.
What's going on? Is it malfunctioning?
Incompatible. Incompatible. incompatible, 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 incompatible.
Risk level high. Clara, get away now.
Big brother,
Oh,
watch
Clara.
out! It's out of control!
Incompatible, 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 incompatible.
My life story.
Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next.
Holy shit. That was awesome.
Terminate. Terminate.
Phew. That was close. Fortunately, Mr. Svarog and Big Brother acted fast. Why did the little fella... Was there a compatibility issue?
Troubleshooting. Assessment. The system on the chip and the new hardware are incompatible, causing the robot to behave erratically.
You don't
The
say.
current issue has been resolved. Risk level low. Alert lifted.
It appears to have adjusted to its new shell after the battle. That's great! But I'd like to keep a closer eye on it for a while. Compatibility tests should take a few days. Hopefully, it'll be all back to normal by then. I'm also curious about where this little fella came from. Could you please come back later, Big? I need to look into something. I may require your assistance. Thank you, Big Brother. I'll text you when this little fella is fixed. Mr. Svarog, I'd like to give this little fella a name. Any ideas for a good name?
Accessing name database. Search results. Abby, Abigail, Ada, Addison.
I should come back to Clara later.
There's so many damn random quests. Holy shit. Probably don't need to do all of them, do I? Yep, how we going, man? I'm off tomorrow, so I'll probably be on for a little bit. Appreciate you tuning in. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I had a long day. What the...
Mr. Scrollum, this was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion. Their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely why we need him.
It's my boy.
The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was him.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
He's only just woken up, dazed. He may need a few pointers. Ah, we cross paths again. Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you? Memory is such a fickle thing, after all.
Mr. Trailblazer, you must have many questions. Please be patient. Asta will explain it all to you.
You probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. No. The attack happened on a base outside the station, beyond the surveillance camera's range. She's away on a visit. This issue didn't seem to trouble her much.
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack occurred.
Ah, the technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates? Oof. Oh, they're a riot. Brimming with enthusiasm, yet utterly devoid of intellect. It's as if evolution halted prematurely for them. They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. It's delightfully amusing. I can't wait to witness firsthand how these geniuses from the so-called Super Smart Club squander the IPC's vast resource. However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but wonder if someone leaked this information, and the attackers seized the opportunity. Herta's aloof response to these juvenile provocations? Almost as intriguing. What a delightful little puzzle.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio. We are honored to have your assistance.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the paradox, if you ask me. Excuse me, you. Tell me, what were you doing the last time you saw that puppet?
Huh? Well, invite me next time.
Don't play the fool.
I think I was.
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't you? Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned something important, but I can't remember. If only there were some hint.
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
My memory is kind of hazy. What did I do after that? This is what I recall before I met Herta, but I can't remember some of the detail. Let me try to remember the conversation.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind. Maybe the researchers at the departments of Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you ask them.
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers from the departments of Ecology and Insight.
Those despicable villains are distorting the truth online. Ugh. If I discover who's behind this, they're gonna wish they'd never crossed me. A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body? Isn't that just a jinx? Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos? Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to curios. Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some paranormal phenomenon. I haven't seen him all day. I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. But there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta, too. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling you this. It's something that we researchers need to resolve ourselves. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Adler. Right. Then I ran into Arlen. Adler was with him. Adler was with Arlen. They were involved in some sort of incident.
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy? How could you let him?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're upset.
We're walking the dog.
We're having a walk. So I'm the dog?
They seem to be hiding something.
Is there something you need?
Oh, really? What a coincidence. We're looking for him, too. That kid sure is brave, running straight to the scene on his own. No! Brother Arlen, I...
Can you... Why are you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see. He'll be able to help. Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable.
Will of preservation!
Never stop thinking.
Pride decimated.
Like Firefly, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! Live to fight! Fight you!
Time to go on the offensive.
This is more than a battle. Move forward! Ignite!
Let's test your knowledge. 0 points. Next. Essayist. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
I'm on guard.
Fail. Get out.
Reach the end of the story in your own way. No, not this road.
Over there! As I thought, he's in trouble. Let's go!
Need I teach someone a lesson? Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next.
Joining the battle. Executing attack.
Like Firefly, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! I shall set the sea aflame!
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Stand down and I'll spare you. Fleeting light, roaring flood. All will be revealed. In lunar flame. A blade of moonlight.
I will clear.
Nowhere to run!
I'm asking the questions. Let's test your knowledge.
I'm on guard.
Think.
Lance at the ready. Defend the weak.
Stab in position.
Never stop thinking.
Tedious.
I'm on guard.
Fracture! Joining the battle. Prime detonate.
Do you have answers? Let's test your knowledge. Fail. Get out. Essayist. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
Unworthy of my time. Sword ward.
0 points. Next.
Peppy! Are you okay?
That's me.
What? He wants to ask you something about Curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now.
Oh, don't worry. I think I figured something out. So, which curio do you want to know? That's all you got? Well, have you asked the Department of Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis, but it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but what was the information I forgot? And from whom? Let's go over it from the start. My memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy.
A curio that... How's it going? Did you... I see. See? Just business as usual. Some researchers have been things had settled down a bit, but... Yes. 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days. No exit logs, no traces. Vanished. People were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, so I suppressed the reports and told the security department to investigate in secret. However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets in a sardine can. Like rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place. I'm concerned someone's pulling strings to sway... Anyway, the most important thing is to get to the bottom of the... That's okay, but oh, by the way, I heard about the thing mentioned, and I'll look into it too.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is. The other person should be from the Department of... Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to making sense of the other person.
Let me describe. Send me a signal when you see traces.
I think if only...
Anyway, keep up the good...
The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is.
Oh, by the way...
So the other person not here. That person is probably with the Department of Insight. The other person... Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key.
Hey! It's all take Kirsty. Oh, small skin.
Here, too. Did my memory... Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the... What did Emily...
I say. No need to be mum, though.
Sure.
See this material here? People are so inconsiderate. How's someone like me supposed to make out the small print? I'm not getting any younger, and my eyesight is failing. Do you think you can...
Again?
Oh, another smart-looking youngster.
Huh. Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body but is alive. Isn't the Department of Ecology full of... However, I've heard of such a species. A colleague who came back from... don't get me wrong. I was merely relaying information. I didn't mean I'd help you.
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler. The Xianzhou species
I figured you'd come. I'm sorry.
Just as I thought.
I'm sorry. I see. There's only that many the words they use.
Have you asked...
Huh?
Huh. Let's call it...
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That's most likely the truth. I need to go over it.
Let me describe it. Send me a signal.
I think if only there were...
Let me just send me a signal. That's not the... Anyway, keep up the good...
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. My ears certainly are. So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. After which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta con- If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captain? A second-hand account. She wasn't at the scene.
Affirmation. We can ask her.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 systems.
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies. It's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than... It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. It can still help us... If he is truly innocent, he can clear his... Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curious Herta's collection. An endless trove of
I doubt Herta is interested in...
Based on your story, you met...
If you knew her...
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
I remember...
That's enough pretend. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an...
I remember now.
That's enough. Based on your story, you met with Herta because... And the...
I doubt Herta...
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she's...
I remember now.
That's enough. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you, and the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even...
Herta didn't... However...
True.
Why do I feel like I'm...
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now.
That's enough. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have...
I remember now.
That's enough. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now.
That's enough. And the assignment involves Herta's collection. An endless...
Sure.
Say what you...
correct.
Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet... She's single...
The curio isn't the point.
I would imagine...
Yes. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost
Yes. I didn't get a direct...
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
I remember now.
That's enough. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost...
I remember now.
That's enough. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost...
I remember now.
That's enough. Then you said you... However...
Mr. Ratio, it's because...
I'm asking your testimony when... However... She decided to hold her tongue until... now?
I remember now.
That's enough. However... She decided to hold her tongue until now.
I remember now.
That's enough. However, she decided to hold her tongue until now.
I remember now.
That's enough. However, so what's the story? Are you...
Asta isn't trying...
What could be...
It's okay.
So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
I remember now.
That's enough. So what's the story? Are you full of...
Conjecture.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio. However, she decided to hold her tongue until now? So what's the...
Conjecture.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
Yes. I didn't get a direct answer.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio. However, she decided to hold her tongue, so what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction?
The space station has been another severe...
Oh, they wouldn't be partial to researchers' disappearances, you say?
Yes.
Adler?
A level 2
Well, did...
Adler seemed to...
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting...
I remember now.
That's enough. Researchers disappear... Clearly, though, it bears no connection to...
No connection?
Clearly, though, it bears no connection... Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
Doubt me all. You and I are no different.
Oh? Cut the act. You're perfect...
Correction. They're...
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being...
I remember now.
That's enough. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to her...
No. don't know the location.
She did say that.
There should be evidence. The space station...
Huh.
That's what's so odd. This may not be... Then there's ample evidence.
If these two incidents were caused by...
We'll see in the main control.
Harrider News Flash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
This is...
a declaration of...
This Duke in...
a group of pitiful ludens. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite...
Japella Brotherhood.
On the stellar...
The Japella Palace... Something... That video...
The destruction.
I'm afraid you need to start... You have a superior...
If we did that, we'd be... If we did that...
Ready to squander the remainder of your days?
Not good.
A list of the missing research...
Sure, but this...
A list of the... Take it. I don't...
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one...
I didn't really notice, but it's been a few... The last time I saw...
Lead the way. If his disappearance...
True. We need to investigate.
Jerk. Fine. Just... Oh, he doesn't even answer.
What did he talk?
He kept...
Phrase.
Who said I want, but if he... I don't know exactly.
So the researchers who... I finished browsing through... It's time to go back and chat with Lady...
Will of Preservation! Will of Preservation!
You're back. I've been monitoring the...
Lest we're running out of time. First, Adler's disappearance.
Adler also.
You think...
Indeed. First, Adler's disappearance. He must...
I understand.
Tenuous first. Adler's disappearance. He must...
I understand.
Tenuous first. Adler's disappearance. He must have come...
I understand.
Tenuous first. The next angle is what the victims have...
Distasteful
A mere glance at their back, however. Lady asked him... The next angle is what the victims have in common. Distasteful as that discussion may be.
I understand.
Tenuous... The next angle is what the victims have in common.
I understand.
Tenuous... The next angle is what the victims have in common.
I understand.
Tenuous... The next angle. Last. You probably are the fire demon of last. Is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous... During prior unrest, the flickering tongue... Look. This booklet describes a kind of fire that...
It's the phase. However, she lit the phase flame.
This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions.
I understand.
Tenuous... This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through...
I understand.
Tenuous... This booklet describes a kind of fire that...
I understand.
Tenuous... This booklet describes the kindling of this unique...
Somebody... If Ifrit is a sire...
The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for.
I understand.
Tenuous... The kindling of this unique flame
I understand.
Tenuous... The kindling of this unique flame
I understand.
Tenuous... The kindling of this... I fear that this is the truth, Adler undoubtedly. And Adler I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand.
Tenuous... I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand.
Tenuous... I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. When should I believe, as a scion of that? We don't know where the victims went, but and the sudden and once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. It will push the crisis. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed. It need...
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If it were me, I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Her life was not in danger. Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase shift ability. Logic.
That flame must...
Try then.
It seems that
I will head to her... Mr. Ratio.
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it. The way is awash with flame. Be careful. Get ready. See? It's still... Do you know what to do with...
The fire.
It's still... For the theater of the mediocre. For the theater of the mediocre.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
I'm asking the questions. Let's test your knowledge.
Initiate cleanup.
Detonate!
Like Firefly, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes!
Fleeting light, roaring flood.
This is more than a battle.
Never stop thinking. Fail. Get out.
Not a scratch. I'm on guard.
Tedious. A blade of moonlight. All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Just as my calculations predicted. For the theater of the mediator. Do you have answers? Let's test your knowledge. 0 points. Next. Essayus Percipi. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
Initiate cleanup.
Fail. Get out.
Indestructible.
Stand down and I'll spare.
Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next. Just as my calculations predicted. The flame is getting weaker.
Not a scratch. Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Call that defense?
Every victory is hard won.